Hey guys, happy Tuesday. It's Topic Tuesday, so for the members, you guys know that means it's Nutrition Topic Tuesday, something health focused. We like to call nutrition the other 23 hours of the day. If our fitness is 1 hour, our other 23 hours are the things we're putting into our body, things we're doing to restore our body, and some of those mindfulness practices. So the way that we reset and take care of our body during the day to get us through every day as healthy as possible. So what we're talking about today, our nutrition topic, is asking you guys how much sleep you average, how much sleep do you get on a typical night? And then on top of that, maybe do you have a bedtime routine? So really the main question is how many hours of sleep do you get a night? And if that's always varying, then the answer is probably that you don't have a bedtime routine, or right now maybe we're just thrown out of our routine. So I think this is a really good time to talk about sleep, especially for myself. I would say my sleep average is really low. I'm not even going to share what it is right now, but it's okay to think about that sleep. And then we're really going to talk about the importance of sleep here. So all that's in the show notes, all the really good detail. But what we want to think about is getting somewhere between 7 to 9 hours. We don't want to get less than 7, and realistically, we don't want to get too much sleep either. So during this time, think about setting a bedtime routine, getting up, getting moving, and practicing some stuff to keep us healthy. Our sleep is essential. Read through those notes. It's incredibly, incredibly important, not something that should be neglected at all. Some things to try, though, to get in a better bedtime routine would be to try to go to bed at the same time every night, if that's possible. That can be within an hour. Maybe you set a reminder on your phone to tell you, hey, it's bedtime. I have a screen thing on my phone, so it like turns off the screen and all my apps that would keep me into it. So another piece would be trying to decrease screen activity after a certain time, so that you can unwind, get away from those screens. And then maybe trying to do something relaxing right before bed, like stretching or reading, maybe taking a warm bath, some silent time, some meditation. Headspace is a great app, and they have some free different sleep series. So Headspace is good as well. And then some other things to think about a little bit earlier in the day is to like cut that caffeine. I aim for afternoon, but anywhere before 2 p.m. Is a good time to stop drinking coffee. And then thinking about maybe having a little bit of a snack before bed is always good. It's not wrong to eat right before bed. If you're hungry and you need something, just having a little snack can be good. Some protein is good, and maybe some fat, something slower digesting to get you through the night. Additionally, trying to invest in a good mattress or pillow if you can. Sleeping on an old pillow is not going to help with quality sleep, and we still want that to be quality sleep when we are in bed. And then keeping your room dark and a cooler temperature. Those are some tips, but there's a bunch of stuff for you guys to read on that show notes. So getting into the warm-up today and the workout, we have a really fun one today. Our pre-WOD is going to be focused on some of those skills we've been practicing with our strict handstand push-ups and presses. And then our pre-WOD, for people who probably don't want to work on those kipping handstand push-ups at home, we'll have a different option. Most of us will be doing the second option of this pre-WOD. And again, it's all in the show notes there, so I'll show those movements. But our workout today is super fun. We're gonna, it's called Just Peachy. Gonna get that backside worked today. We got the arms going yesterday with wacky, wavy, inflatable tube guy. Today we're gonna hit Just Peachy. It's a 20-minute clock, and you can read on about it. Your score for this is gonna be your AMRAP plus any reps you get in your AMRAP plus all the reps that you get in your first part in that EMOM piece. So I'll break that down and all of these movements down for you. First thing you can do is look at that warm-up. We're gonna go through 10 minutes. It's called an AMRAP, but we're not trying to get as many rounds as possible. We're just moving for 10 minutes through these movements. So I'm gonna show the first couple here. I'm actually just gonna show all of them here. So we've got a good morning to get warmed up. We'll go 10 good mornings, 10 of each of these movements. That good morning, got that soft bend knees. I like to have my hands on my hips, soft bend, shooting those hips back. Easy to stand. That's a good morning here. Just hinging at the hips, not going too far. Just keeping that chest angle up. Feeling that good stretch here in that backside. After 10 of those, we'll go into 10 lunges. If you want, you can add that reach up overhead with that lunge. And from 10 of those, we're gonna go into 10 hollow rocks. So we're in that nice, tight, hollow body position here, rocking through. Then we'll just bring those legs down, pulling ourselves up. We got 10 steps. Rolling over, we'll go into 10 piked toe taps. Just reaching back for that foot. And then from 10 piked toe taps, we'll go into 10 Spider-Mans. So you can choose to do 5 on the right or 5 on the left. I like to alternate my 10. Again, you're turning toward that front leg, bringing that heel to the hand and twisting up. So we'll do 10 minutes of that, going through each of those movements as many times as you can during that 10-minute warm-up. Get those hips warm, get those shoulders warm. We'll use our shoulders in our pre-WOD, and then definitely getting into that backside in that workout today. So for our pre-WOD, I'm just gonna kind of skip over that option of 5 rounds, because if you're doing keeping handstand push-ups, you know how to do those. I'm not gonna show them. I can't show those in my apartment. If you have the space to do them, awesome, work on those. 30 to 40% of that max would be something that we've been practicing at the gym. If you're not sure what that is for you, I would say probably no more than 10, and that would be if you have a set of like 20, which would actually be 50%. But if you have a set of 20 or plus, then you can be doing 10 reps. If you have less, maybe you're doing 4 or 5 reps each time, each round. And then that barbell strict press if you have the barbell. But since most of us don't have either the space to kick up or a barbell, we're gonna talk about the EMOM option. So every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, we're gonna do 10 double pump push-ups. Basically what that is getting in that nice active plank position. You're gonna lower that chest all the way to the ground, push away from the floor just a little bit, return back to the ground and up. 1, 2, 3. So it'd be 10 of those. If push-ups are already a struggle for you, we can bring those knees to the ground. We can do that same thing, slight push, return, and push up. But if that's still too challenging, we're just gonna do 10 knee push-ups, okay? So some options there. You either have that double pump in there, it's kind of like a 1 1/4, or you're just gonna do 10 knee push-ups. And then we're gonna go into 10 strict press if you have a dumbbell or a barbell, that you can work on that strict press with both arms. If your weight is light enough, we can do 5 on the right side and 5 on the left side of those strict press. So depending on what you have for weight, maybe you're doing that front rack position here, elbows nice and high in a front rack position, pressing that head through the window at the top, going through 10 here, or you can go single arm, 5 on the right, and then maybe 5 on the left. If you have a kettlebell, same thing. You can choose to hold it in that goblet position, pressing that head through the window for 10, or you can have it to the side and strict press 5 on the right, 5 on the left. So the first minute, you're gonna take what you need of that minute to get through 10 double pump push-ups. Then you're gonna rest the rest of the minute. Second minute, you're gonna get through either 10 strict press or 5 right, 5 left strict press. So that will alternate back and forth for 5 total rounds or 10 minutes. And that's our pre-WOD today. Our actual workout is just peachy. We're gonna be on a 20-minute clock. So similar to yesterday, there are 2 parts to this workout, but it's all one workout. It just has some rest in it. So for today, your part A, or that first part, is every minute on the minute. Minute 1, you're working the full minute. Minute 2, you're resting the full minute. So minute 1, what we've got is an isometric hold. That means we're holding at the active position of our squat, but we're gonna be in a wider stance here. So rather than just our regular squat position with those feet just outside the hips, you can take about inch step further, turn to the side here, sending those hips back, driving those knees out. I like to turn my toes a little bit more when I have a wide stance, and then we're gonna find that active position at the bottom of our squat. We're gonna hang out here for a full 30 seconds. This is just our buy-in, our isometric hold. Then our actual reps that we're gonna count is a pulse squat. You're just coming up 1/4 and back down, 1, 2. So you're gonna do that pulse here for the remainder of the 30 seconds. So from the side again, I'll show that squat and then that pulse. Just a nice baby pulse. Not going super far with it. So the next whole minute you're resting, and we're going through that for a full 10-minute EMOM. So you'll finish with 1 minute of rest and go directly into 4 minutes of rest. So that's kind of that easy part, 5 minutes of rest, recovering those legs. To get into an AMRAP here, just 6 minutes, you're going through 2 movements. You'll take your weight, whatever weight you have, if it's a plate, cross it across your chest. If it's a dumbbell, you can hold it like this. If it's a kettlebell, same thing, hold it with that goblet position. Regular squats here, so those feet can be a little closer. We're gonna go 5 full squats here. Chest stays nice and high. Send those hips back, knees go out. We've got 5 squats. And then we'll go right into double unders, either 30 double unders. This should be something you can do unbroken, no questions. So 30 double unders or 60 singles if you have a jump rope. If you have no jump rope, we're gonna do 20 double taps. So for that double tap, you're just jumping straight up, hitting that extension, and then double tapping at your hips. I always joke that it looks like a bird trying to take flight. Just gonna work on that timing piece and getting that high extension through the ground. Your other option is to do toe taps, 60 of those instead of the double taps. If you don't have a rope, you'll take like a weight or even an object in your house, a box, something like that. You're just tapping your toe to it, switching feet for 60 seconds. Then you'll go right back into that goblet squat. So those are the movements today. Scaling options would be to go without any weight on those goblet squats, so lighter load. And then again, those double unders, I wrote down all the scaling for you guys in those comments. You'll want to keep track in the first part, in that EMOM of just peachy. You want to keep track of your pulse squats total. So say you hold for 30 seconds into 28 reps, you're going to remember that, and then you're going to add on, maybe you're at 150 at the end of that EMOM. That's going to be added to your AMRAP. If you get through 10 rounds and reps, or 10 and 10 rounds and reps, you're going to add that 128 onto that, or whatever number I said. So you'll be 10 rounds plus 138. Let's say those were the numbers I said. So some things to think about. Have some fun with this one. Just peachy for sure. Have a great Tuesday. Let us know how it goes.